One.
Hey everyone, Chris, due diligence investors. We're continuing the due diligence on DRUS, Drone USA. We covered part of it in the last video and got cut off there. And so we were talking about Drone USA announces strategic partnership with NASA X-Plane prime contractor Empirical Systems Aerospace. We went through this first part. Pursuant to this agreement, the company will share facility space in California at Empirical Systems Aerospace new headquarter facility and collaborate with them on the development, improvement, and customization of the company's UAV systems. The Drone USA has been, Mike Bannon specifically, has been doing a great job, in my opinion, of bringing on qualified leadership people in the right positions and partnering with the right companies that match what their business is geared towards. We're moving on to Drone USA hires Matthew Wiles at Halco Distributing. Today announced Matthew Wiles as the new general manager at subsidiary Halco Distributing Co. Michael Bannon, Drone USA's chief executive officer, commented, "We are delighted that Matthew decided to join our team. His contract negotiation experience, coupled with his government contracting knowledge, makes him a great hire for us. With the increase in DoD spending this year, we looked at Matthew to help us grow Halco's bottom line." Matthew Wiles stated, "From the moment I met with Halco and Drone USA, I was convinced that this was a company I wanted to partner with. My background in supplier relationships, contract negotiations, and operations management, along with Halco's already proven track record, position us to continue with profitable growth." In my opinion, he was a great hire. The Halco Distributing has been growing exponentially ever since. You can read through a lot of the press releases that talk about some of the contracts that they have won since he's taken over, and they've grown exponentially. It's a great hire. Here's the letter to shareholders. Dear shareholders, on May 8th, we filed our Form 10, which is the form to begin filing with the SEC. The process took a lot longer than we anticipated, which it always does with the SEC. Skipping through, saying thanks to everybody. We're responding to comments from the SEC, and which we expect to complete in a few days, and hope to have the Form 10 become effective in early July 2017, which it did. Now I'd like to discuss what we are working on. Police drone sales. They've been working with Connecticut police departments to sell drones to the police departments. They did multiple demonstrations with to police departments in various scenarios, and I believe they won a few of those contracts, which is a good start. In one of the press releases, they talked about how one of the police departments requested that they add a life preserver deployment option to the Shadow drone, which I believe they're still currently working on adding that to the drone. They were also talking about adding mini drones to be incorporated in police squad cars. I'm not sure if that's still a future presumption or a future goal, or if they've actually started selling those or winning those contracts with the police departments. But we'll have to do further due diligence on that. Halco, our subsidiary, approximately 2 months ago, we hired Matthew Wiles as Halco's new general manager. Matthew has been hired to replace the previous owners, Kathy and Chuck Joy. Kathy and Chuck will continue to train Matt until they think he is ready to lead Halco on his own. Matthew is one of, he just talks about the candidates and how he won the position as the general manager. Let's see here. There we go. Rodrigo Kuntz, he's the Chief Technology Officer and the CEO of BR Vant. He has a lot of experience. You can do more due diligence on him. Get through this. Letter to shareholders. This is where they talk about they're filing the 14C, increasing the authorized shares, changing the symbol, and changing the name to Bantech Incorporated. Another part I don't like is this environmental remediation energy savings. To me, this seems like a ploy for Matthew Bannon to incorporate his other business, which is if I can remember the name of it. They did a letter of intent or some sort of agreement with the company that he founded or co-founded after announcing that they're changing the direction of the company to include that segment. Let's see if we can find it in here. I believe it was fairly recent. That's disclosures. Let's go to news. There we go. Thermax. Into a marketing partnership with Thermax, which is a company that Matt Bannon co-founded or founded, which I don't really personally like when CEOs of public companies run multiple companies or are involved in multiple companies as executives and then try and bring those companies together in partnerships. It seems like they're more trying to benefit themselves, especially down here in the OTC bulletin board. But you can read through this. This is just one of the few things I found that I don't like about Drone USA. Oh, there are a lot of things I do like about what the company's doing. Let's see here. Actually, let's go back through some more of these news releases. There we go. So let's get to where there we go. They hire Matthew Wiles there, and then there they receive purchase orders from Connecticut police departments. That's for the Drone USA portion of it, not the Halco. Welcome to OTCQB. Appointing more people to the board of directors. I believe one of their board of directors just resigned. I'm not sure what the reason was on that one. Announces opening of a second Halco distribution center warehouse in Connecticut. I do like that they did a lot of due diligence prior to deciding on where they were going to open that new warehouse. I'm not sure if I like that they're trying to force the growth on Halco since it was growing organically beforehand, but it is growing exponentially in the one location in Vancouver, Washington. So opening up a second one in Connecticut could be a positive thing, other than the debt that it requires. Let's see. Awarded $340,000 contract from the U.S. Navy. That's a Halco award or bid contract. Most of these contracts are from Halco. $1.7 million contract from the U.S. Government Defense Logistics Agency. That's a Halco one. $1.2 million extension. That's a Halco. $659,000 contract to supply U.S. government with diesel cylinder heads. That's a Halco. New acquisition. And continue looking into this one. It looks to have a positive future, in my opinion.